Laura, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
We actually met through Noah a couple weeks ago, and when I saw you and we started talking about your community, I was like, you had such a great energy. I was like, we got to do this.
Yeah,
Oh
thanks.
yeah, absolutely. So we got you into new construction.
I was actually out of work for about 7 months last year.
Okay.
And I was a caregiver. I was taking care of my parents. They were both ill. And then all of a sudden, I just started reaching out. Some time passed. They passed away, and I was ready to get back to work. And so I actually had a friend in the industry, and he sent me a link. I went from the link to the application to HR, and
Yeah.
I got on. So it's been a great ride.
Good, good, good,
Yeah.
good. So how long you been in new construction?
So I've been in new construction for a year.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of craziness in the market for
Yes.
the last year. What's the biggest things you've noticed in the industry so far?
I think the biggest thing is that people are waiting. I think they want to wait to see
Yeah.
what's going to happen. They wait to see what's going to happen with the government. They wait to see what's going to happen in the interest charts. They wait, and which makes me sad.
Yeah.
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 They've worked really hard to get where they are today. Down payment. They've been doing savings. They've been working on their credit, and they're scared to jump, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have a client right now who he wanted to buy like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it's like $20,000 out of my price budget. I mean, it was really marginal.
Yes.
Well, now the home that he wanted is almost $100,000 more.
Right.
So I always tell people with real estate, time in the market is better than trying to time the market.
Correct.
And
That's a good statement.
yeah, and it's made sense in so many different ways. I started out in commercial, so I learned that lesson pretty early on.
Mm-hmm.
But that same client, I mean, he's looking at potentially buying a house now. And he's like, well, I don't know because home prices are coming down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, if you don't get through the door somewhere, I was like, you're just going to keep kicking the can down the road.
Yes.
I was like, you got to make a decision.
Yes.
So he's worried about prices coming down. I'm like, are you going to sell in the next year or two? He's
Right.
like, probably not. I mean, this is the house I
Right.
want to die in. And I'm like, then go ahead and buy the house.
And that's part of what makes me sad, is because if your choices are, if you're renting, there's new home, there's resale home.
Right.
If you're already in a home but you need to downsize, or you are just wanting something new, let's say you're retired and you want those warranties. So you're not going to get that if you remodel your house.
Absolutely.
You're not going to get that if you spend money to save money. So, there's remodeling, the resale, just new home construction offers a lot of reprieve for different people in their situations.
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. What are some of the other things that you see that peers in your industry struggle with?
I think a big struggle for my peers is being patient because the market has gone down. Just waiting for it to go up again.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
we see the same thing on the resale side with realtors. I mean, I think they're projecting like 15% of realtors got out of the market this year, and they're projecting like almost another 14%. So we're seeing almost a 30% swing over 2 years.
Yeah, and
of
it's-
realtors just leaving the industry.
Yeah, leaving the industry.
Yeah.
And that's really hard because you have both sides of the coin. You have some saying it's going to kick off in 2026, and you have some saying it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yep.
And I really think that if you can find some stable ground and wait, like I know I tell home buyers not to wait.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if we as professionals can wait, because it's going to go up, but it's like any other industry, it goes up, it goes down. So yes, when the ball drops, the
Yep.
ball's going to go up again. So
Absolutely.
right now I feel like the ball's dropped. And so I'm definitely waiting for it to go up.
Yeah.
So being in a position to do that I'm very lucky.
Positively. I know we've had some people that were looking to join the team recently that were thinking about leaving the industry, but this kind of goes to realtors and home buyers, where every economist that I listen to almost on a daily basis, they're saying February is going to be the kickoff where the market, it's not going to be a frenzy, like we saw with COVID, but they're talking about the market's going to jump back up. So I can tell you, if you're an agent and you're on the fence about staying in the industry, if you can make it through February or March of 2026, you'll be fine. And if you're a home buyer looking to potentially buy a home in 2026, or you're thinking about buying now, you might want to do it sooner than later. You might want to go ahead and start getting your finances straight, get your credit right, whatever you need to do, get your
Yeah.
house that you want to sell ready. Because if you wait until February, March into first quarter next year, you're going to be competing with a mass influx of buyers.
That's true. And then prices go up.
Yes.
So once
Yes.
you're in competition, prices go up.
Right.
So that's part of it. That's why I'm saying home buyers right now, if you've done the work and you have worked on your credit and you already have your down payment and you're sitting anywhere $10,000 to $15,000, us as a new home builder, we will work with you and we want to get you in before you're in the neck of it and then you're out there competing for prices. So right now we're ready to sell.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
yeah.
What are some of the common objections you're seeing with buyers right now?
I think a lot of it has to do with their monthly payment.
Yeah.
Sticking to their budget. And it's something that, one, they weren't either aware of, they didn't have a good realtor to help guide them, and so they're a little bit outside of their means. So the objection that we have is we present what an estimated monthly payment might be, and then it's like, whoa, it was too much.
Yeah, I've seen that happen to clients before, especially with new construction, because they're looking at unimproved property
Yes.
taxes and they're not giving them payments based off of what improved property taxes
Right.
are going to look like.
Right.
So having a good representation, whether yourself or us, to show someone that
Yeah.
it's a really big deal,
Yep.
so that they don't, buy the house and then they spend $5,000 at Home Depot, and then next
Yeah.
month or next year rolls around, they get those new property taxes.
Right.
They're like, can we afford this house anymore?
Yeah.
Plus all the debt that we've put into doing remodels
Yeah.
or customizing the home even further. So,
Yeah, I mean, one of the benefits, like with us, is like we're not just selling land; we're
Yeah.
selling a house with land.
absolutely.
And so all of that is already calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. So are you seeing, or you guys just do inventory? You don't do custom or anything like that, right?
Right. So
Yeah, okay.
our the other company that you would seek for custom homes is Ashton Woods.
Okay.
Right. So we are an Ashton Woods company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So in that realm, so to speak, are you seeing people do more customization right now as far as like upgrades in the home, or are they just kind of go into the bare bones and then planning on upgrading later?
I think, Starlight, us as a home builder, is doing so well. I really feel like people are coming into the inventory and then making their own adjustments as time goes on. Whenever they can afford it, whenever they're ready to do so. That's kind of seems to be the mainstream.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, the reason I ask is I've talked to so many people that they're just kind of nervous on where the economy's going with
Right.
unemployment always going up this time of year. But I've just heard so many people, they're sitting on their cash and they're not willing to let go of it. I know
Yeah.
when they do those upgrades, you have to put like a certain amount down for what the cost of the upgrade is. So
Correct.
That was my
Yes.
curiosity.
So one of the things like that we do is, and I like to tell our home buyers, is one of the features that doesn't come with our home is a garage door opener.
Okay.
So a garage door opener, material and labor is about $500. That's a one-time fee.
Yeah.
Versus paying on that over the course of 30 years with an interest rate.
Right.
So, let's find little things that we can do that home buyers can pay and just get it out of the way.
Right.
Instead of rolling it into a note.
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Why are you going to pay interest on? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Have y'all had any supply chain issues lately with getting wood or
No.
timber, brick, stone?
No, we've been smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So we've been, working with the, purchasing and already knowing what our materials are going to be. They've already been sitting, and so they're roll out. We haven't had any slowdowns.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So if someone comes into your community and they're like, we're ready to build a home, you're like, let's do it. We got it. No hiccups.
Yeah, because we're inventory. So whenever they're ready to buy, the house is already being built.
Yeah. Okay. That makes total sense then. So how can agents such as myself support you?
I think as a new home sales consultant, having a realtor that understands we have a role.
Okay.
Like, we have a role and you have a role. I represent the builder and you represent the buyer. And how can we come together and work as a team? I think is probably the best advantageous characteristic that we can have with each other.
Yeah.
Is that making sure that I understand the home, I understand the area, I understand what the buyer is going to get, and you understand what your buyer needs. So you have the needs, I have the wants, and together we can make it happen.
I love that. I've never heard someone word that in that manner before. That's actually a really good way to put it. That we focus on the needs and you focus on the area, because it makes sense, because we've had other builders before tell us, like, we prefer to show our houses in our neighborhood because love you to death, but you don't know as much as we do about
Right.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's probably the best relationship, is working with a good realtor that we can depend on each other, because at the end of the day, it's about finding the buyer a home. We want to make sure they don't go home broke. We want to make sure that they enjoy and that we get the referral.
Right.
We want the referral going on to the next person. I want the referral. I know you want the referral.
Positively.
And so that's how we continue and make our livelihood.
Sure.
So if we team up together and have a great relationship and the home buyer is happy, that's the ultimate output.
Makes total sense. So you talk about roles. What's like a day in the life? Like, what's your schedule like as a new home builder?
So we start out, we come in, we open at 10.
Okay.
So we get here at 9:30 and we make sure we check the emails. We make sure that everything is done out of the way. So that way, as soon as that phone call comes in, we're able to give our attention.
Sure.
So we turn on the lights, we make sure there's water in the fridge. We make sure that the sales center is set up.
Yeah.
We also check the houses. We make sure that everything is dandy out there. And then we start taking phone calls. We get emails. We get online leads. A lot of us do our own reach out through Instagram, through Facebook, or there's a lot of the builder groups. And so we post all of our information in there. And then, of course, we also have meetings. We have our weekly meetings. We have team meetings. We meet with construction. We make sure that construction and us are on the same page, because that's being on the same page with the construction team, with the lending team, with the realtor team, is key.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of correspondence that goes on throughout the day.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
everybody kind of has their own task and everything. Because
Yeah, absolutely.
I've always wondered that, like, how much are you actually having to deal with, like, the actual builders and crews and things like that. But
Yeah, we're very in tune with what's happening, and
Yeah.
so they come in. We have a great relationship with our builders,
Yeah.
and so they come in. They let us know if something happened, weather delays.
Right.
How is that going to push something back? They let us know if there's any updates to the home. Like if we've already sold a home and the home buyer, we give weekly updates. So we meet together as a team on a weekly basis,
Yeah.
and we make sure that the home buyer knows the stage that their house is in, and they get updates on the home as well. So it'll either be the construction team or us as a sales consultant that will call the home buyer and give them an update on their home.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
like that because I'm very much like a transparency
Mm-hmm.
type, and I like to be involved and included with all the communication, and I don't know, I like to nerd out on stuff.
Yeah.
So.
No, and I get that a lot too. So a lot of realtors are like, will you tell me before you tell them? I want to know.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I will do my best.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
us too, as a new home sales, like our job too is to communicate with the buyer.
Yeah.
They're the ones buying the home. So, but for sure, as a respect and as a courtesy, I will definitely communicate with the realtors as well.
No, I like that. Plus,
Yeah.
I've always liked construction. I mean, I've done not just like professionally, but I like to woodwork. I like to
Yeah.
build things. So, like
Yeah.
I said, I just like to nerd out on that stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of like to know the process as well. Just a general curiosity kind of thing.
Yeah, and some buyers, they don't want to know. They're like, thanks for the update.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
We're like, okay.
Yeah. I like that you take the time to early in the day to like knock out the back end stuff, because I see so many realtors specifically where a client calls and they're like, oh, I'm in the middle of this, I'm in the middle of that. And
Yeah.
it's like, take the Disney approach. It's like, when it's time to be on stage, be on stage.
Right.
Don't bring your client into your madness.
Oh, 100%.
Because they deserve like your undivided attention.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
So they're hiring you for a service.
Exactly.
And so service equals time.
Yes.
And so they deserve your time. They deserve your respect.
Yeah.
And so I completely relate to that.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well,
Yeah.
well, thank you for meeting with us.
Yeah, absolutely. No
We're
problem.
going to wrap it up and show everybody this beautiful home. And if you're looking to move to Berkshire, Texas, let's get it started.
Yeah. Can't
Cool.
wait to see you.
Thank you.
All right.